Okay, so today we will start history. Okay, and so first of all, what it is a part of paper first, and in preliminary examination, only the history of India. Okay, history of India, and in history of India, there is ancient history, okay, medieval history, and modern history. This is the topic of for pre-examination. But in mains examination, the syllabus is little bit different. Okay, here is only the history of modern India, Second is art and culture. Third is world history. Okay, and the fourth is India after independence also. Okay, India after independence. Okay, this is the part of your mains. Okay, this part is only for your preliminary examination. Okay, and one thing is, this part is in mains also. So this part, these two parts, ancient and medieval, is only the part for your preliminary examination. Okay, and every year the questions, hardly 5 to 6 questions are from this section. Okay, 5 to 6 questions only in preliminary examination. But art and culture, okay, the art and culture of ancient and medieval, they will means UPSC will ask in which part in the mains examination. So this you all have to keep in mind. Okay, is it clear? So if you want, you can write this. So history for pre, and this is for mains. In pre-history, only one sentence is written, and that is history of India. Okay, history of India. But in mains examination, okay, it is a part paper first. It is a part of GS. History of modern India. Art and culture of India only. Art and culture of India. World history. And the fourth section is India after independence. India after independence. Okay. Now, so first of all, today's class is entirely about the introduction. Okay, so it is an introductory class. So first we will start from what is history. Okay, what is history? History is study of past, but everything which has happened in past is not a part of history. Okay, history is what? Study of past with messages. Only those part of story of past which has some messages, which directs our society, that is called history. Okay, so write down History is all about study of past with messages. Study of past with messages. Study of past with masses. Okay? In other words, write down. It is a systematic study of. It is a systematic study of culture and civilization. Culture and civilization developed by our ancestors. Our ancestors. So here I have used three words. Culture. The second is what? Civilization. And the third is our ancestors. Okay? Our ancestors. Look, what is culture? Everything within us. Everything within us we have got from our ancestors, and it will pass to the next generation. That is called what? Culture. Civilization is what? Everything with us. Everything with us. Okay? Within us we have got from our ancestors. It will pass to the next generation. That is a part of culture. And civilization is what? Everything with us. We have developed the things by using our creativity, innovations, technology. And technology is not static. Okay? Keep changing with time. Okay? So our ancestors have developed other things. We are developing other things, and our generation will develop other things. For example, this is what? Cell phone. Prior to cell phone, there was telephone. And definitely our coming generation will develop more sophisticated than this mobile. So this is what? Civilization. Okay? So write down. We have written what is history. It is a systematic study of what? The culture and civilization developed by our ancestors. Okay? So here is culture is what? Everything within us. Everything within us. Okay? We have got from our ancestors and it will transfer to. Okay? So that is called culture. Okay? And what is civilization? Everything with us. Okay? Everything with us, and we have developed, or our ancestors has developed with the use of their own technology, with the own resources of that time. Okay? That is called. So everything with us. Okay? We develop with our existing technology. Okay? So that part is called civilization. It continues. Culture always transfer from one generation to another, but here keep changing. Civilization, there is a change in. Okay? Indus Valley civilization ended, and in place of that civilization, new civilization, okay, comes out. So this is what the difference between culture and civilization. And third thing is what? Our ancestors. Okay? So, ancestors. Look, we belong to a family of hominidae. Hominidae family. And during Miocene period, it is the period of Earth, okay? The modern man or contemporary human, or we can say that this Hominidae has separated from ape, okay? During which period? Miocene period. So we belongs to which family? Hominidae. Okay? And during Miocene period, we separated from ape family. Okay? So write down. The genus of GENUS, the genus of the human being, today is called, the genus of the human being today is called Homo, and the Homo, H-O-M-O, Homo, and the man today is called, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Full stop. The family to which human beings belong is called what? Hominidae, 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 Hominidae. Okay, full stop. It was in the Miocene period. It was in the Miocene period that the family of Hominidae split from the ape family. Good evening to all those watching online. Ape family. Okay, full stop. So we are modern human. Okay, we are Homo sapiens. Okay, we belongs to which family? Hominidae family. And it was during the time of Miocene period. Okay, what happened? We separated from the ape family. Okay, now development of our ancestors, or development of modern human. Okay. Now, so development of, underline this, development of modern human. How we have developed. Okay. Now look here. So we have separated from ape. Okay. So how we have developed? The first human was Dryopithecus. This is the first human. After split from ape, this was the first human, okay, that developed. After that, this is the sequence you all have to keep in mind for preliminary examination. Don't write. There is a what? Dryopithecus. After the Dryopithecus, then comes Ramapithecus. After, don't write, after Ramapithecus, there is Australopithecus. Now, this Australopithecus are called the real ancestor of modern man. Okay, this is Australopithecus. Okay, ancestor of, the first ancestor of, or the earliest ancestor of modern human, modern man. So first is what? Dryopithecus. After separating from ape family, this was the first man. After Dryopithecus, who came? Ramapithecus. After Ramapithecus, there was Australopithecus, and Australopithecus is considered as the first and the real ancestor of modern human. Okay. Now, after that, after this Australopithecus, there is a Homo habilis. Homo habilis. Okay, Homo habilis are those who are termed as handyman. Okay, this man were the first who started living in caves. Started living in caves. After that, so first of all, so you have to write development of human. After separating from, after split from ape family, this was the first. Dryopithecus was the first to develop. And Dryopithecus is the earliest known ancestor. Dryopithecus is what? The earliest known ancestor of human. After Dryopithecus, there was the development of human, and this new man was called Ramapithecus. After Ramapithecus, okay, and this Australopithecus is called the real ancestor of modern man. Modern man. Then comes Homo habilis. Then comes what? Homo habilis, H-A-B-I-L-I-S. Homo habilis. Okay. Now, Homo habilis are known as handyman. Now, handyman means what? The man started using the thumb. Okay. Now they started holding the things more tightly. And Homo habilis were the first who were the cave dwellers. Cave dwellers. They started living in where? Caves. Okay. And apart from that, they were the first who started the use of stone tools. Stone tools. Okay. Stone tools. Got it? Now, after this Homo habilis, Homo erectus, what happened? Development was Homo erectus. Homo erectus. And this was the man whose evidences is found from India. Okay? Homo erectus. Okay? This was the first man on Indian soil. And from where the evidence of this human is found? there is a place called Hathnora. Hathnora is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay? And in 1982, we have found the skull of this Homo erectus. Okay? And this man is also called Narmada man. What? Yes. So this is the Narmada man. So remember one thing, this is very important term. Okay? 1982 was the year when we have found the first evidence, a skull of which man? Homo erectus. Homo erectus. Okay? Hathnora is in Sihor district of Madhya Pradesh. It is in Sihor district of Madhya Pradesh. Okay? Now, then comes Homo erectus. After Homo erectus, there is a Neanderthal. Okay? There is a Neanderthal. Okay? Now, Neanderthal were the first who started cave paintings. To depict their life. Okay? After Homo erectus, which man was developed on this earth? Neanderthal. Okay? And after this Neanderthal, who came? Homo sapiens. So we have Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens means what? Modern man. Okay, this was in Pleistocene period. Pleistocene period. Okay, Pleistocene period. And remember one thing, under Homo sapiens, Cro-Magnon man. Under Homo sapiens, Cro-Magnon man was our very near ancestor. Okay? Under Homo sapiens, who? Cro-Magnon, earliest member of our Homo sapiens family. Earliest member. Okay? Now, this Cro-Magnon man had their own languages. They started what? Agricultural activities. They were the first who started community life. Okay? So write down Homo sapiens. Under Homo sapiens, who is the earliest? Cro-Magnon. Okay? Cro-Magnon man are the earliest Homo sapiens. And this Cro-Magnon man were the first who had developed their first language, their language. Okay? So these people were the first who developed what? Language. Second, these people were the first who started the agriculture. Okay? These people, Cro-Magnon, were the first who founded what? Community life. Community life. Okay? Community life. Okay? So this is what? These all whatever we have discussed here, these all were our ancestors. And history is all about our ancestors. Is it clear? So who was the first? We belongs to which family? Hominidae family. And in which period we separated from ape? Miocene. Who was the first? Dryopithecus. After Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus. Then Australopithecus are considered as the ancestor of modern man. Then comes Homo habilis. Homo habilis are called the handyman. They were the first who started the use of thumb. Okay, they started. They also became the cave dwellers. They also started the use of tools. After that, Homo erectus, and the evidences of Homo erectus. Yes, we have found from where? Narmada Valley. Okay, Narmada Valley. And after that, Neanderthal, and then Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens are the modern man. Okay, and under Homo sapiens, Cro-Magnon man were the first. Okay, and these men were responsible for the development of language, development of agriculture. Agriculture leads to community life. Because why agriculture leads to community life? Because there is a need to protect what? Crops from animals. Okay, so the people started settled at a particular place, and this also during the time of this Cro-Magnon man, the society divided on the basis of their work, gender on the basis of gender. Okay, work was divided, labor force was divided. Okay, man was generally works outside and women inside. So the division of labor in society started during the time of Cro-Magnon man. Okay, division of labor on the basis of gender. So write down Cro-Magnon. During the time of Cro-Magnon man, okay, the first time society was divided on the, okay, society divided on the basis of what? Gender. Okay, on the basis of, so gender division started. So gender division, okay, and the gender division was based on what? Work. Okay, so gender division took place during the time of Cro-Magnon man, and this happened when the people started living a settled life, community life. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now the next thing is, so history is all about our ancestors. Okay, now then so this is what, how we develop, how our ancestors developed. Now उसके बाद हम क्या देखते हैं? After this we will move to this history is divided into, since history is all about what? All about what? Study of past. So for some part of history, we have no written evidences. Okay? For some part, we have evidences, written evidences, but we have not deciphered that. Okay? So on that basis, we divided the history in 3 parts. Okay? So now write down. Since history is all about inquiry or knowledge gained through investigation, story, or study of the past. On this basis, okay, history is divided into prehistory, proto-history and historical phase, okay, or history. Prehistory, proto-history, or simply the term called history. So, look, so on what basis? On the basis of knowledge, on the basis of writing, on the basis of story, okay, on the basis of investigation, on the basis of story, on the basis of knowledge. We divide the history into how many parts? 3 parts. Now, what is prehistory? It is that part of history about which we do not have any written evidences. Means this part of history was developed before the advent of writings. Okay? But we have lot of things to know this history. Okay? Prehistory. Proto-history is what? About which we have written evidences, but okay? So this entire Stone Age comes under prehistory. Indus Valley Civilization and Vedic period comes under pro-history. Pro-history is what? About which we have written evidences, but we have not understood. Okay? We have not understand. We have not deciphered what the man of that period has written. And historical or history is what? About which we have written evidences. Okay? So write down here. So on what basis we have divided? On the basis of knowledge, investigation, story. Okay? On this basis, number 1 is prehistory. Refers to event. It refers to events that occurred prior to the invention of writings, or in simple terms, it is that part of history, about which we do not have written evidences. Okay? Now, entire Stone Age is a part of prehistory. Okay? Entire Stone Age. Okay? Now, so how we have gathered knowledge about this Stone Age? through their caves, through their tools, stone tools, etc. Okay. So, caves, paintings, tools, etc. are the sources of this prehistory period. Okay. Tools, caves, cave paintings, okay, etc. are the what? Sources of this period. Okay. Now, next is what? Proto-history. The part of history about which we have, the part of history about which we have written evidences, but we fail to decipher that. We failed to, okay, decipher that. Means what they had written, still we are not able to read and understand. Decipher, D-E-C-I-P-H-E-R. Deciphered, D-E-C-I-P-H-E-R-E-D. Deciphered that. Okay. Now, the entire Indus Valley civilization and Vedic culture is a part of this proto-history. Proto-history. Okay. Now, the next is what? History. Okay. It is the study of. It is the study of the past, after the invention of writings, as well as the study of literate societies based on written records and archaeological findings. Archaeological findings. Okay. Now, so history after Vedic culture, history after Vedic period. Vedic period belongs to what? History of India after Vedic period. Okay, I hope this is clear. So, we modern women, okay, we have developed from which family? Hominidae family. And during Miocene period, we separated from ape family. Okay, the first human is called Dryopithecus. Okay, and he is the earliest known ancestors of human. Then comes Rama, then Australopithecus, and Australopithecus is called the real ancestor of modern human. After that, Homo habilis. Homo habilis is handyman. Cave dwellers started the use of tools made up of stones. Then comes Homo erectus, and the man Homo erectus evidences is found from where? In India. In which year we have found? 1982. From where? Hathnora. Okay, Hathnora is in Madhya Pradesh, and this man is called Narmada man. Then Neanderthal, okay, and then Homo sapiens. And under Homo sapiens, we belongs to Homo sapiens, we are Homo sapiens. The first ancestors were Cro-Magnon man, and they were responsible for what? Paintings, agriculture, community life, okay, division of community life on the basis of gender. Okay, so this is what this is. And when we go through the history, we found that some part of history is not written in books, but we have no written evidences about that period. So we totally depends upon the tools. Okay, there are tools apart from their caves, cave paintings. Such part of history is called prehistory. Okay, remember one thing, James Frutte is called the father of prehistory of India. James Frutte is called the father of prehistory. Okay. Next is proto-history, about which we have written evidences, but still we fail to understand what the people of that period has written. And history is, this period starts when we developed our own writings. Okay. Also archaeological finding. Okay, there is archaeological finding now. So there is an organization. Okay, so write in a box, Archaeological Society, Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. Archaeological Survey of India. Write in a box, Archaeological Survey of India. Okay, Archaeological Survey of India. This organization was set up in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham. Alexander Cunningham, and he was also the first Director General of ASI. It is under Ministry of Culture. It is under which ministry? Ministry of Culture. Okay. Headquarter, New Delhi. Headquarter, New Delhi. Responsible for excavation of historical sites, excavation of historical sites, and conservation and protection of historical monuments. Conservation and preservation of historical monuments. James Bruce Frutte, full name is B-R-U-C-E, James Bruce Frutte. James Bruce Frutte is the full name of, okay, he is known as the father of prehistory. Okay, because he was the first who discovered the tools of, we will discuss about, he was the first who discovered the tools of Lower Paleolithic period, okay, and that was from Atharipakkam in Chennai, modern day Chennai. 1863 was the year when he discovered. I will discuss. That is called the Handex culture. Now, so archaeological activities are performed by which organization? ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. Which year it was set up? 1861. Who was the creator? Alexander Cunningham. Okay, and he was also the first Director General of ASI, and ASI is under which ministry? Culture Ministry, and this ASI is responsible for excavation of historical sites and apart from that, conservation and preservation of historical monuments. I hope this is clear. Now, then comes to demarcation of Indian history. Demarcation of Indian history. Demarcation of Indian history. Okay. Now, look here. The first is what? The ancient history. Ancient history of India. Now, look here. This ancient history, demarcation means timeline. We are dividing, demarcating, differentiating on the basis of time. Okay? Or timeline of Indian history, you can say. Timeline or demarcation means what? We are separating one another with the help of what? Timeline. We are creating a boundary. Okay? So, ancient history is what? It is basically from early period till 750 AD. From early, when we will start our history, early period to 750 AD. This is the part of ancient period. Okay? Then comes pre-medieval period. Pre-medieval period, and this is from 750 AD to 1206 AD. Okay, this period is also called the period of Rajputs. Period of Rajputs. Okay. The next is medieval period. Medieval period. From 1206 AD to 1707 AD. Look, there is no fixed year, but for general understanding, for convenience to read history, we have used this time. Okay? From 1206 to 1707. Okay? And from 1707 to, okay, modern history. Modern Indian history. Okay? This is from 1707 to 1947. And after this, contemporary history. After this, what? Contemporary history. Okay? So, what we have to study first? Ancient history. Okay? ancient history. Now you all have to start from new page. Okay. So this is what I am going to discuss one by one. This is ancient history. Okay. So the first is what? The timeline. We will focus. You all have to keep in mind. Okay. About when? Ancient history. So right here, the topic is what? Ancient history. So what is the time? From early period to what? From early period to 750 AD. Ancient period. Okay. Now, so again I am going to make a crystal clear timeline for this. Okay. So what you have to study, how you have to approach this ancient history. Okay. Now. Okay. BC and AD. Before the birth of Christ. Okay. The event which has taken place before the birth of Christ. I will come to the point when I will when we will start the topic of ancient history. I am just using here the simple terms. But when we start writing dates in Indian history, about Indian history, then I will start the different Samvat, Sak Samvat, Vikram Samvat, okay? Then Hijri Samvat is also, Ilahi Samvat is also, which are important for your examination, okay? So any event, any historical event that have taken place before the birth of Christ, that is called before, okay? Before Christ. And after the year of, or the, okay, Anno Domini, it is the Latin word, okay. Before Christ word, in before Christ, we move from higher period to lower period. 970, after that 969, after that 968 will come. So all those events that took place before the birth of Christ is called BC, and then from the period of Isha, it is called AD. Okay, but I will discuss also this when we will start the calendar. Okay, we have to use in history for examination. It is important because in different period we have used different calendars, and all has its own significance. And significance is only for your examination, not for other things. We are not going to use the calendar which we will discuss, like Vikram Samvat and Sak Samvat or like that. Yes, but our festivals, Hindu festival is based on Saka Samvat. National calendar is based on, our festival is based on Vikram Samvat. Okay, Hindu calendar, Hindu family, Hindu festival is based on Vikram Samvat, which was started in 1558 BC. Okay, national calendar is based on Sak Samvat, which was started in 78 AD. Hijri Samvat started in 622 AD. Muslim calendar, Muslim festival is based on that. Akbar started his own calendar, Ilahi Samvat, in 1681. Okay, so every calendar has significance, but why it is significance? Because UPSC will ask question from that. Okay, now, so we are going to discuss about the timeline of ancient history. You all have to focus what you have to study. Now, so the way I am writing, you all have to write, but with full concentration and understanding. The first is what? From early period. We will start from early period. When we will start? 5 lakh BC. From early period to 4000 BC. Look here. Just keep in mind all these things. From early period to what? 4000 BC. This is the period of Stone Age in India. Stone Age. Okay? Now, after this Stone Age, we entered in Metal Age. Okay? So what you have to write? So we have to study this. After this, okay, the age of Indus Valley civilization. Age of what? Indus Valley civilization. Okay, 2500 BC to 7175 BC. Okay, now look here, don't write. When I will say, you have to write. Now, this is the age when the Indian subcontinent witnessed the birth of urban centers. The first urbanization was witnessed during, okay, which was based on bronze. But remember one thing, copper was the first metal used by human. So write in a box. Copper was the first metal. Copper was the first metal used by humans. Now close the bracket. So this okay, now so first timeline. Okay, we are discussing timeline now. So first is what? Stone Age. What was the period of this? From early period to, wait, like you have to write like this. From early period to 4000 BC. This was the period of what? This period is called the period of Stone Age. Okay? Now, second is what? The period of what? In between 2500 BC to this BC. This is the period of Indus Valley civilization. Okay? Don't write Indus Valley civilization. Now, so here you have to write 2 or 3 points. First, this is the urban civilization. Bronze Age civilization. Okay? Urban civilization. Okay? The Indian subcontinent witnessed the growth of, development of urban centers. Okay? Indus Valley civilization was the planned civilization. Planned. Okay? Urban civilization, but based on agriculture. Got it? So you have to write like this, and here in this type, here you have to, one side you have to write only about the timeline, and this side the events. So write down. Timeline number 1 is from early period to 4000 BC. This is called the period of Stone Age. Okay? And who is called the father of Stone Age? James Bruce Foote, early history, because it is a part of prehistory. In between 2500 BC to 1750 BC is called Indus Valley Civilization. Now, here you have to write 2 or 3 points. Okay? It is an urban civilization. Okay? An Indian subcontinent witness the first time Indian subcontinent witness the rise and development and rise of what? Urban centers. Urban centers. Rise and development of urban centers. Second point, it was a proto. It is Indus civilization is the part of proto history. Part of proto history means written evidences we have, but we have not deciphered that. It is a part of which history? Proto history. Third, it was a Bronze Age civilization. Okay. Next, it was an urban civilization based on agriculture, because urban civilization is based on, generally urban centers are based on secondary and tertiary activities, but this civilization was urban civilization based on primary activities. Okay. Next, it was a planned civilization. Okay. It was contemporary to number A, Sumerian civilization. Or Mesopotamian civilization. It was a civilization of Iraq. It was contemporary to number 1, Sumerian civilization or Mesopotamian civilization. B, Egyptian civilization or Nile civilization, River Nile civilization. Egyptian, EGYPTIAN. Okay. Egyptian civilization. Civilization of where? Egypt. It is also called River Nile civilization. And the third is Chinese civilization or Hongho civilization, or Hongho in bracket Chinese civilization. It belongs to where? China. Okay? Got it? Now, third, 2000 BC to 750 BC. 750, not BC, to 750 BC. Okay, overlapping in some areas, because nearly 2000 this civilization was heading towards its decline, and new civilization was developing in different part. In between this, what happened? Chalcolithic culture developed. Which one? Chalcolithic Chalcolithic culture. This is the period of Chalcolithic culture. Chalcolithic means stone plus copper. Stone plus copper. Chalcolithic culture. If any doubt, please keep in mind, please. So, 2000 BC to what? 750 BC. This is the period when we witness what? Chalcolithic culture. It was based on stone plus copper. Okay? And Indian subcontinent witnessed the rise of big villages. Okay? This Chalcolithic culture was rural-based culture. Rural-based culture and development of what? Large village. Okay? It was rural-based culture. And it was, we witnessed what? The development of large village, big villages. Okay? Remember one thing. Which was the first metal used? But which was the first civilization? The first lesson was based on which metal? Bronze. This is difference here. We started the use of that. We developed our civilization based on bronze. Firstly, then we developed copper civilization. But copper was the first metal used by human. Because without copper and tin is used to make bronze. But civilization was firstly developed on bronze. And after that, copper. This is the difference you all have to keep in mind. Okay? This is the culture. Now, is it clear? Now, then comes to another point. Chalcolithic culture. Now, next is 115 BC to 6000 BC. 600 BC. Okay? This is the period of Vedic culture or the Aryan culture. Aryan culture. Okay? Now, this period is divided into two parts. Okay? The first is Rigvedic period, 1500 BC to 1000 BC. And second is later Vedic period, 1000 BC to 600 BC. Okay? This culture was rural based. Rural based culture. Okay? Got it? This is only we are discussing about the timeline of ancient history. Okay? Now, next, how many numbers we have done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 600 BC to 322 BC. Okay? Now, this period is very important in the history of India. Okay? Now, what major event took place in this phase? Look, don't write. Indian subcontinent witnessed the first social and religious movement. Okay? That gave birth to 62 religious sects. How many? 62. And out of 62, 2 became prominent. Jainism and Buddhism. Got it? So this is the first event. Second, don't write. You will have to keep in mind. Second is India witnessed the second urbanization. Second urbanization. First urbanization took place during which period? RBC. It was, and the first was based on, and which branch? This time the urbanization was, which developed in the Indian subcontinent, was based on iron. Based on iron. Got it? Third, the use of iron started in India. Okay? 1000 BC was the time when we, not 1000, properly used, we started in agriculture purposes. Apart from that, this period also witnessed the birth of big states in India, which were called Mahajanapada. And there were 16 Mahajanapada. And out of 16 Mahajanapada, Magad became the first imperialistic power of India. Which state? Magad. And with the rise of Magad, Patliputra became the political center of India and continued till 750 AD. The rise of Patliputra as the political center of India. This period also witnessed the use of coins. Okay? And this was the period when Indian subcontinent witnessed foreign invasion. And the first was Persian invasion. 519 BC. And second was Alexander invasion in 326 BC. Got it? So what major event took place? Number 1. Write down. Indian subcontinent. First event, Indian subcontinent witnessed social and religious movement. Social and religious movement that gave birth to 62 religious sects, out of which Jainism and Buddhism became prominent. Out of which Jainism and Buddhism became prominent. Okay? Second, this period witnessed the second urbanization in the history of India. Witnessed second urbanization in the history of India, okay, which was based on iron. Based on iron. Third, the use of iron for agriculture purpose. started during this phase. Okay. Next, the use of coins. The use of coins. And we all know coins means trade begin. Okay. Now, so use of coins now. So in bracket, the first evidence of coins is found from 5th century AD. The first evidence in bracket, the first evidence of coins is found from 5th century BC, not AD. 5th century BC. It was punch marked coin. That was punch marked coin made up of silver. Punch marked coin. It was made up of silver. Okay. Now, third, this period witnessed the rise of big states called Mahajanapada. Mahajanapada. Okay. According, full stop, in continuation, according to Buddhist text Anguttara Nikaya, there were 16 Mahajanpad. Which book? Anguttara, underline this name of the book. It is a Pali text. This Buddhist text. Written in Pali language. Anguttara Nikaya. According to Anguttara Nikaya, there were 16 Mahajanpad. 16 Mahajanpad. Okay, full stop. Out of 16 Mahajanpad, out of these 16 Mahajanpada, the Magad became the first imperialistic power of India. The Magad Mahajanpad became the first imperialistic power of India, with Patliputra as a capital. Okay, with Patliputra as a capital. Okay, next point. The emergence of Patliputra. The emergence of Patliputra as a political center of India. Political center of India, and remains till 750. Okay, remains till. And what happened after 715? You know, Kannauj became the center of political activity, right, in a bracket, in the same line. After 750 AD, After 750 AD, not BC, 750 AD, in place of Patliputra, Kannauj became the political center of India. After Patliputra, and then after Kannauj, Delhi. After Delhi, during the time of British, don't write, we will discuss. After Delhi, Kolkata. Okay, during British, for some period, Agra became the center during the time of Akbar. And after, during the time of Britishers, 1700 to 1912, Kolkata. And after that, political center is Delhi. But the first political center of India was Patliputra. Okay? And this was developed during which period? This is. Now, next point. So what we have written? Urban center we have written. Mahajanpada we have written. Religious movement we have written. Okay? Now, this period also witness foreign invasion. Foreign invasion. Okay? The first invasion was Persian invasion. Persian. Okay? Year 519 BC. 519 BC. Okay? Darius first. Darius, D-A-R-U-S. Darius first was the first. He was the first invader. Okay? Darius first. And second, Greek invasion. Greek invasion or invasion of attack of Alexander the Great, the Nalayak. He was great for his own country. Why we will study about this great person? So we will use the term Nalayak for him, but you all have to write. Okay? Got it? Now, so this is very important. Now, if you get any question in mains examination about this period, very important period in the history of India, and we have written what? About 100 words about this. Points we have written now. So if you approach, if you read properly, okay, you will be able to write. Why this is important? Because sometimes UPSC can ask the significance of this period. Okay, urban centers development, use of iron for agriculture purpose. Okay, apart from that, the coins, the use of coins started. The first coins were punch marked. It was made up of. Okay, we also witness what? Foreign invasion. So it's a very important period, and it was also the period we witnessed the birth of or the rise of Patliputra as a political center of India. All this is clear? Now, next is what? Number 5th. Number 5th के बाद number 6th. Number 6th is 322 BC to 185 BC. Okay? Mauryan period. Okay? It is the period of Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan Empire means the first empire established in India. Which was the first imperialistic state? Magad. But under Maurya, okay, the empire was established. Empire means the powerful central authority. Got it? Now, Then next is 7. First century to 275 BC AD. First century AD to 275 AD. No, India witnessed foreign invasion, but this invasion was different. Don't write. Firstly, Indo-Greek, then Sakas, then Parthians. Parthians was also from Iran, and then Paras. Persian invasion we have written now. Persian invasion means, Persia means what? Modern day Iran. Persia means modern day Iran. So during this period, again we witnessed what? Foreign invasion. Okay? But look, this invasion was different from the previous invasion of Persia. And how this was different? The invaders invaded India, settled in India, adopted the culture of India, okay, adopted the culture of India, and they became Indians. Got it? So, during this period, first Indo-Greek invasion, okay, and Indo-Greeks were the first who issued gold coins in India with the name of king engraved on the coin. Okay? After Indo-Greek, who came? The Sakas. After this, the Parthian. They were Iran. Parthian or Pahalva. Not Palva, Pahalva. Parthian. And after Parthian, Kushanas. Yes. Kanishka, one of the greatest ruler of Indian history. All were invaders, but all settled in India, accepted the culture of India, influenced by Indian culture, influenced Indian culture, and assimilated in Indian society. Earlier invaders were invaded and left India. And who were the first? Persian. But this time, the invasion was different. Got it? So, India witnessed foreign invasion. Who were the first? Indo-Greek. Okay? Now, Indo-Greek. First write about one line. Indo-Greeks were the first who issued gold coins with the name of king engraved on that. Who were the second after Indo-Greek? Sakas. After Sakas, Parthians. Parthian also called Pahalwas. They were from where? Iran, Persia. Other from China, Eastern, Western China, etc. Okay? And after that, Kushanas. Okay? After that, Kushana. Now, so where we are? First century to 275 AD. Now, 275 AD to 550 AD. 275 AD to 550 AD. So the way I have said, you all are writing the same way now. Very good. This period is the period of Guptas. The period of Guptas, the Gupta rulers. Okay? The period of Guptas, period of Gupta Empire. Of Guptas or Gupta Empire. Okay? Now, this period is called the classical age of India. Classical age or golden period. It is called, this period is called the period of Guptas or the Gupta's empire. Look, little bit boring, but you all have to do. There is no option. Okay? I am reading the face of all. Some are exhausted, but you all have to change this society. So you have to work on that. So this is the period of Great Guptas, Gupta Empire. This period is called the classical age or golden period. Classical age or golden period in the history of ancient India. Classical age. The classical age of. Now those watching online, is it clear? Is it clear or not? I want response from all. Okay? This is called classical age or golden period of India. Okay? Why it is called classical age, golden period? Because of many reasons. The first reason is, it is a period of development of literature, Sanskrit literature. Okay? Because of what? Development of literature. Okay? Second, this was the period which witnessed the rise of, the birth of Neo-Brahmanism. What? Neo-Brahmanism. The way we are practicing everything, our pujas part, that was developed during which phase? Phase Neo-Brahmanism. Okay? Now, this is the phase when the temple architecture began. Where? In Indian subcontinent. Temple architecture. Okay? Temple architecture was developed. Okay? The idea of incarnation of Vishnu. The idea of incarnation of Vishnu. The idea of incarnation of Vishnu. Lord Vishnu. Okay? The idea of incarnation of Vishnu to save earth. Okay? To save earth. Okay? So, Neo-Brahmanism, okay. There was also development in the field of science and technology. India witnessed Aryabhatta, Varamahira, okay? Development in the field of science and technology. Okay? Artistic and temple architecture. But the temple was, look, there were three type of style of temple architecture developed in India. Okay? Nagara style, Dravidian style, and the Desara style. But the layout of all these three are very different. Okay? Because entirely different. From north, south, it is different. Okay? We will discuss in now. Neo-Brahmanism. Okay? The idea of Bhaktism. The idea of Bhakti. The idea of Bhakti means devotion to God. Okay? Devotion to God. Now, this is also the period when we witness the first evidence of Sati system. Which system? Yes, Sati system. Okay, there is a inscription of 510 called 𝐴𝐴𝐻 inscription. 𝐴𝐴𝐻 inscription. This is the first inscription that throw light on Sati system. 𝐴𝐴𝐻 is in Madhya Pradesh. 𝐴𝐻 is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay? But write in a box. Write in a box. Jauhar system. Mass suicide by the Rajputs, Maharanis. Okay? This was firstly written by Amir Khusro. Okay? The system of this Jauhar, which was practiced by the queens of defeated king, okay, Rajputs. It was firstly written by whom? Amir Khusro. Who? Amir Khusro. Okay? When he went with Alauddin Khilji in Ranthambore expedition. In which expedition? Ranthambore expedition. There is a book called 𝐃𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐭. We will discuss. Then we will discuss about. The book is what? 𝐃𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐭. Abhi likhega nahi. Whatever we are doing here, we will discuss in that place. So, Sati system was firstly surfaced in which period? During Gupta's period. Jauhar means what? Sati system means what? After the death of husband, the wife also in that fire. Okay? But Jauhar means mass suicide done by him, the queens of defeated king. Basically practiced by Hindus. And it was especially confined in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and adjoining area, Madhya Pradesh, etc. Not everywhere. And it was firstly explained by whom? Amir Khusro. Okay? When he went with Alauddin Khilji. In which expedition? Ranthambore expedition. Okay? So this, everything happens during this period. And now, this is also India witnessed the rise of feudalism. Feudalism. Okay? Feudalism is a practice in which the land was given in place of salary. Okay? To the highest officials. Which is called Samant system. Samant means what? Feudalism, feudal system. Under this system, land was given in place of salary to highest officials. Okay? So, India witnessed, and this was the reason for political disintegration. Feudal system. or feudalism. Okay, this was a system in which land was given. Land was given, feudal system. Okay, it was a system in which land was given as a salary to the highest officials by the king. By the kings. Okay, and this was the reason during the 750 Rajput period na, we have seen the rise and rise of number of states. Number of states. Okay, and the last 550 to 750 AD. Okay. Number one, the fall of, this period witness the fall of Patliputra. The fall of Patliputra as a political center of India. Fall of Patliputra as a political center of India. And witnessed the rise of Mahoday Nagar. Rise of Mahoday Nagar. Mahoday Nagar in bracket 𝐾𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐭. Rise of Mahoday Nagar. Mahoday Nagar is what? 𝐾𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐭. Okay. Second, this period witness the political political disintegration of India. Political disintegration. Political disintegration. And last, India witnessed the first Muslim invasion on Sindh, 712 AD. Okay, Muhammad bin Qasim. By whom? So India witnessed what? The first Muslim invasion on where? Sindh. And who was the invader? Muhammad bin Qasim. Muhammad bin Qasim. Okay, and what happened? The first time jizya was imposed. Jizya tax. What was it? No, it was not a religious tax. Now, write in a box. According to in a box, according to Islamic law, 5 types of taxes. Could be imposed. Okay, number 1 was khiraz. Land revenue. Khiraz, land revenue. Okay. Usra. Land revenue from land occupied by non-Muslims. Then khums, plundered wealth. Plundered wealth. Suppose Raja, Muslim rulers who attacked some places. So some volunteers also joined. So some part. So according to 𝐾𝐤𝐤𝐬𝐻, 4/5 plus 1/5. 4/5 to whom? No kings. It was to volunteers, those who took part, soldiers, and 1/5 for treasury. Okay, whatever wealth is plundered by the king, by the sultan, out of which 4/5 should be for volunteers, because during that time large number of people, apart from standing army, apart from the court armies, lot of people also joined the armies. Why? Because the purpose of Muslim rule was also to expand the Islam. So large number of people were driven by that cause. So after victory, it is written, if that plundered wealth will be called what? Khums, and 4/5 should be what? For the volunteers, and 1/5 is only for the sultan. Then comes zakat. Zakat, Z or J, Z, not J. Zakat. Religious tax. Religious tax imposed on Muslim only.
Religious annual tax.
It was religious annual tax. Okay, it was a tax imposed on Muslim, and every Muslim, according to Islamic law, every Muslim has to deposit 40th part of 2% of their total income. Or how many parts? 40th part of their wealth as a zakat. 40th part. Okay? 40th part. Why? For the upliftment of Muslims. And last was jizya. It was not a religious tax. It was basically a protection tax on non-Muslims. Jizya. Protection tax imposed on non-Muslims because their life and properties are saved by whom? Muslim rulers. That's why. So remember one thing, jizya was not a religious tax. There was only one, that was zakat, and it was given by whom? The Muslim only, for the welfare of Muslim community. Yes. So according to the laws, Islamic laws, India in first time in 1713 in Sindh, the jizya was imposed, and it was during the time of the invasion of whom? Muhammad bin Qasim. Okay, so this is what the timeline, and this is what you all have to study in ancient history. But look here, Stone Age. Now this is important notes. Okay, Stone Age. North India, and this is South India. Okay. What happened after Stone Age in North India? What happened? Now turn your page and see what we have written after Stone Age. Yes, what we have seen here, the rise of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, but in South India, Megalithic culture was developed. Which culture? Megalithic culture. Okay, megalith. Okay, which culture? Now look here. Megaliths were who are the people who are megaliths? Grave builders. Okay, grave. They are known for their graves. Graves means what? Yes, qabr, where we put dead bodies. Okay, grave builders, and they used to erect big stones around their caves. This is grave. This is what? This is graves, dead body, and these are big stones. Okay. Now, grave builders associated with iron, mostly they were agro-pastoralism. Agro-pastoralism means agriculture plus nomadism, means animal husbandry. Okay, so iron associated with what? Iron means they were the users of iron. They were known by their megalith. People were known by their graves. Grave builder. Okay, they used to put stones around their graves. Okay, they were the user of iron. Okay, and they practiced agro-pastoralism. What? Engaged in agro-pastoralism means agriculture plus animal husbandry. Means not totally depend on agriculture, not totally depend upon. Majority of them were pastoral families. Okay. Got it? Now, megalith. And after megalith, what happened? Sangam age. Sangam period means literature. Okay? Sangam periods begin. Historical period starts. Okay? So this is around Sangam period. Okay? 300 BC. Sangam period. But here, Indus Valley civilization, after that, Chalcolithic, then Vedic, then Mahajanapada. So these all things you all have to keep in mind while studying this ancient history. Any doubt? So tomorrow we will start. The first we will start about the dates, the use of dates. Then we will enter the Stone Age. Okay? And whatever we will study, you all have to read only that thing. There is no need to exhaust yourself here. Because only 3 or 4 questions they will ask in preliminary examination. Okay? Now please wait for some time because some conversation is. Okay, is it clear to those watching online, whatever we have discussed? Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about the first we will start from the date writing in Indian history, and then we will start the Stone Age. Thank you.